I'm all sniffly now from big sneezes.
Sorry.
No, it's just now I'm like, ugh. You gotta love being, ugh.
I have to make my car payment.
What a
I'll
curse.
do that, yeah. What I'll do, I have to pay this week. Car payment, Spectrum Internet.
I was shocked to find what is and isn't on automated payments for a lot of people. I'm just fucking clicking and burning money, basically, on wheat right now.
Oh.
Upgrade the fields, man. And then I'm going to suffer by playing my least favorite thing. The ball pit character that decides everything for you, and thus is not fun to play. It's like I play that character and I feel like those people that just let AI decide everything for them in life. It's like, oh, and yeah, this is what I wanted, to not play the video game the way I wanted. Hey Gant, how's it going? I'm currently dying of sniffling. The human body yearns for death. Alright, who the fuck was it again? Was it Old Man? It was Old Man, right? God, I have so many stages I need to finish with Old Man. Holy shit, I'm gonna be miserable. Literally just started snowing. It snowed after Christmas. That's all I have to say about that. Like, it just was how nature was, man. I had to go outside and pull ice out of the driveway today, though. That was fun. Yeah, Rachel managed to come up for Christmas. Had the cat here and everything. Shepard did not manage to meet the cat, however. It is shocking that Rachel was not lying by speaking of how needy that animal is. Like, the cat would literally... I was talking about this the other day when streaming. The cat would literally just, like, stand on the stairs and, like, look at you, and then you would go and pet the cat, and it would go up, like, 2 sets of stairs. and then it would, like, wait for you to pet it again, and then it would go up another set of stairs, and it was, like, trying to lure you up into the bedroom so that way you could sit there and just pet it. At least it knows what it wants. I mean, I guess there are those indecisive cats out there that don't really know what they're doing.
Oh my goodness, Beans, I'm right here.
Speaking of,
I'm right here, Stinky.
is Beans being the needy cat?
Well, I left her out. Like, I didn't lock her in my room like I have to normally when I went to run errands. And Gwen was like, she just laid in your bed, and then when Gwen had to open up the garage door for something, Beans thought I came home, so she rushed to the door. It was... It's just so sad. It's so sad that she loves me so much.
The cat has, like, actual separation anxiety.
I love you too. He's my baby. I love her more than anything in the whole world.
Usual Xmas dinner was class, brought self Lord of the Rings trilogy. Oh, we had a discussion about that recently, how I just can't get into the Lord of the Rings movies. And how inversely Rachel can't get into the Star Wars movies. And so it's just like other people trying to force people into getting into these things. And us both just being like, eh.
I love you, babes.
I do think it's very funny that you're just making all of these, like, technically counterfeit cards.
I love you, babes. Who's the best girl in the whole world? Oh, such big purrs. But yeah, I told you, Beans is a needy cat, and she doesn't like to be alone in her room, and so if she wants to go lay on the bed, that means we want to go lay on the bed.
I know they're not literally counterfeit, I'm being facetious.
If she wants to lay downstairs in the basement, then we have to lay downstairs in the basement. Isn't that right, Mimi?
Or you just look at them and watch as they come and go, going, ah.
She's a baby. Even you said she was a good cat.
They're a shockingly good cat, they're just extremely needy. Like, normally when cats are that needy, they're like, I'm gonna, like, tear up everything and, like, demand attention. But instead, Beans just, like, wanders into the room pathetically and just, meh.
And then she'll sit where you can see her.
But is far enough away that it's trying to provoke you to move towards them.
And then when you move towards her, she'll walk up, like, she'll go to the room that she wants you to go to. Which is usually the bedroom.
I think Shepard's Crusader thing was just because he watched Kingdom of Heaven, and now he's, like, needing something new again. Because, like, what you'll find with Shepard is that he'll get, like, really attached to something for, like, 7 months to, like, 2 years. And then he'll just find something. Yeah, like when he was really, really into Peaky Blinders, for instance. And, like, currently one of those 2 obsessions is, like, It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Which I think is not a bad one, but I think is dangerous because it does have a character that basically says things that he would already say in real life. And so it's just creating, like, new vocal stems for Shepard to say. He'll pop in like, shall we conquer Jerusalem? Yeah, that sounds about right. The irony is, like, I love the people that watch Kingdom of Heaven and, like, completely miss the point of, like, treating your fellow man with respect being, like, a huge part of it. And the idea of, like, religion being the cause of you being good is, like, a complete falsehood, and it's, like, an onus on the self. And then the people will just see, like, the one scene of the knights and be like, yeah. And it's like, buddy, you're losing the thread here. Like, the story is completely different than this. It's about being good in spite of your faith.
I have a chub rub welt. 2 inches long.
That's, like, pretty big.
It hurts so bad.
It's like when people watch Taxi Driver and Fight Club, you know? Like, I feel like there's, like, a not insubstantial overlap between people that have watched Taxi Driver, Fight Club, and Kingdom of Heaven, and Breaking Bad, and gotten the wrong message out of every single one of those pieces of media.
Alright, I'm about to send you a picture, and it's not flattering.
No.
I have to circle it.
No.
Because that whole area is red. This is why I needed to get... new stockings.
I should rewatch Taxi Driver. It's a good movie. Also, if anybody's gonna be conquering Jerusalem right now, it's gonna be fucking Pete Hegseth. The only guy that I think still actually wants to try.
So it's hard to see because that whole area is not in a good state of mind. But
Have you
please
heard
observe.
of a game called Everything is Crab? I'm not sure I've heard of this, no.
Please tell me I sent them to the right person. I did. Okay. I think someone's gonna get a full... Not that it was gross or anything.
Okay. Like like the stretch of skin that you circled, is it?
Yeah, that's a welt.
Jesus. Okay. That's pretty rough.
Yeah.
I feel so brain dead with this character because it's like, well, he's picked everything for me. All I have to do is point in a direction.
Right, Beans, I'm coming.
I wish you didn't bother your eyes much. I feel so bad.
Oh, are they all itchy around the eye?
Not even around it. She's like trying to actually itch the eye. But it's the eye that's goopy.
Yeah. Well, that would be why.
It's like, I feel bad, but I'm worried it's goopy not because of her herpes, but because that eye is the eye that's changing color.
I mean, it might be. But I think with the ears, it's probably them herping.
Oh, my poor baby and her herbies.
Roguelike evolution thing, it's free at the moment. I'll take a look at it. Like, in a cursory glance, yeah. Just, dude, there's too many roguelike things. Like, this game is getting another update. One of the other games I play is getting another update. One of the other games I play just got an update. And then I was just given Clover Pit. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, man. Like, there's too many. There's too many with too much.
Also, hi who's ever is in chat.
That's just Gand right now, I'm pretty sure.
Again. Oh, that's gonna be the shittiest part about streaming.
Need to clean their eyes because they got... because the... Wait, eyes in folds because they get tear stains. I don't... Okay, maybe it's just because I'm like a person that was brought up around German Shepherds. And thus there's like not too much of this in the complication way unless you buy the modern German Shepherds that have fucked up hindquarters. But like it's so weird to me whenever people are like, I have to do maintenance on my animal. I'm like, dude, the fucking only time that I had to do maintenance on that dog was one time it swallowed a fucking, you know, like rubber ball and got it lodged in its throat, and we had to take it to the fucking vet to get it to dislodge this fucking ball.
The dog could still breathe.
What?
The dog could still breathe.
Yeah, it was like lodged in like the upper part of the throat, so like the nose passage still had air. So it was like breathing through its nose and just going like
Is this the dumb one, Bullet?
Yeah. It's the one that was all black.
The one that you say is like Cylon?
Yeah, because he kept on trying to fight his dad. He kept on fighting his dad and being like, no, I should be the dog that's in charge. And then he would just get his ass kicked. Until the other one was like old enough that it had to be put down.
Aww. The only maintenance I have to do with Beans is like wipe her butt.
Which is crazy to me.
Sometimes she can't poop. Sometimes she can't poop all the way.
It's wild that that is a thing that happens with a creature. Is all I'm saying.
It's not her fault. They fucked up when she got fucking mauled by the dog. It's not her fault that her fucking innards don't work. God, I don't want to go to work tomorrow.
I don't blame you, honestly.
I told Alyssa, I'm like, I can't come pick you up. Like, my car is gonna be out of commission for a little bit. Have to help a friend do a thing.
Just lie.
Yep.
I mean, that's a solution. I would just be honest and be like, you've given me $10 over the course of, like, a month. And also impeded upon my time. Like, what the fuck, man? What's wrong with Rachel, if you don't mind me asking? Excuse me?
Huh?
I don't know where to go with that one. Oh, talking about skin. Right, yeah. Okay, basically Rachel has a stretch of skin that has like a big welt.
Yeah, chub rub.
Goodbye, money.
That just happens if you are a woman who typically has her thighs rubbed together. I mean, I'm sure it happens to men too, but men usually aren't wearing, like, clothing that short. But my problem is I wear dresses, so my inner thighs are rubbing together as I'm walking because I'm not wearing pants or anything. It's just a skirt.
Good old physical bodies. They couldn't possibly fail us. I mean, not like I particularly want to become like a brainstem in a jar or anything, so I'm not exactly hurrying towards the cyberpunk world, you know? It's like a skin tag? No, like a
Chub
welt
rub
is...
is when chub rub is when or welt. It's like a welt. Like when you have wet skin that's constantly rubbing together because like I got sweaty because I was walking around so much, and there's no clothing between my inner thighs, so it's wet skin rubbing back and forth as I'm walking. Just Google chub rub.
Well, also, it should be mentioned, welts are just, like, raised areas of skin after an injury. So, like, basically, it's like the constant friction has caused a raised skin in an area.
Literally just Google chub rub welt and you will see what I'm talking about. Because I wear body shapewear, because I'm a disgusting human being, the shapewear stops right at my upper thigh. And so the skin that pudges out of that shapewear rubs against the thigh of the other inner thigh. So as I'm walking and getting sweaty, those two pieces of skin are rubbing against each other constantly. And then eventually, after a time of rest, the skin gets puffy because it's like, the fuck just happened? Then it gets sore. Sometimes the chub rub is so bad, ask Tyler, because I've shown him, I have gigantic open sores.
Basically ends up being weeping skin. It can. Doesn't always.
Yeah, it just happens when you have, like, wet skin rubbing against each other constantly. Like a hot environment. And typically the inner thigh pussy area is pretty warm.
I mean, guys get this. We do have the testicles. Arguably more uncomfortable to deal with. Given that they're protruding. You've had that, like, on the inner side of the pelvis? Yeah. And the thing is, it can be anywhere. It's just, it's more common there on people like Rachel. I think anybody who does, like, a lot of, you know, exertion with, like, particular clothing or, you know, environments may encounter this. My guys do not move in unison. I'm just realizing this. Well, I was noticing it last time, but...
Well, it's why I always wear shorts underneath whatever I have, but apparently my one shorts weren't long enough.
Yeah.
Or they rode up and I just didn't notice until I got home and I was like, why does my thigh feel like it's on fire?
This is one of the reasons why a lot of guys lean towards, like, boxer briefs over briefs themselves. Because briefs get, like, right in at the groin, right? And so they can really dig in there sometimes and be, like, incredibly irritating. disgusting human being for body shaper stuff as long as it makes you feel comfortable. I think Rachel's just having a moment with this sort of stuff right now.
A hideous monster.
But also, Rachel does have, like, a... Like, not to put the onus on other people, because, like, obviously, you know, shit's your own. But, like, Rachel does have, like, a familial history of just body shaming and, like, treatment of stuff to, like, a clinically unhealthy degree. Like, her mom was the type of person that was like, no, you can't be over 100 pounds, that's not good.
And then she would just make it so I couldn't have dinner if I was over 100 pounds.
Like, I've seen photos of her mom, and her mom is, like, the type of person who has the, like, skin flaps and the jowls, despite being very young. Like, comparatively. Like, she's not, like, young, but she's not old. She's not an old woman. And so, like, I look at her and I'm just like, oh, man, you could use a little bit more anything.
Mom has an eating disorder, and it got worse when my dad died.
Yeah. Your missus nearly done it and was like, don't you dare. Yeah. Here's the thing. The influx of people using corsets and stuff like that isn't people that are trying to, like, achieve ridiculous body shapes like the Victorian era. Now it's just people being like, I like wearing corsets because corsets are cool. But there are still some people out there who are like, yeah, deform my midsection, bro.
Wait, Gan said he didn't want his lady wearing corsets?
I think it's more like not wanting people to, like, force their body to have, like, a deformity. Because, like, a lot of modern corsets are just made to fit over you and provide, like, a shape. They're not, like, squishing as hard as they used to. Even in the past, a lot of them didn't, actually. It was just, like, the really wealthy's corsets did that because they were fucking freaks. Oh, I've definitely seen the people that do the fucking weird feet thing where they, like, squish up your feet. That was a thing in, like, Confucian-era China.
Yeah, Chinese foot binding. They literally bend your toes back until they break and then wrap them up.
Yeah, did that in France for a while with, like, ballerinas. That's one of those weird, like, multicultural tortures that people used to do to women, and I'm like, how did every different area of the world, like, come up with, like, let's just crush their feet, though? Like, it's so weird.
Because they want different ways for us to be, quote-unquote, youthful, and to them, youthful means small and petite. It's one of my reasons why I think back in the day, everyone was like, oh, skinny, skinny, small, small, small. Because it's like, you look younger that way. Whereas the moment you get curved, it makes you look more womanly. Why? Because men are awful. No offense. Actually, I don't care if anyone gets offended at that. Men just kind of suck.
Yeah. I think that a lot of men will be, like, the first guy to tell you that they suck. But it's like, there's two different versions of that, where it's like guys who are like, oh yeah, guys suck, because they're aware of it, and then there's, like, the other dudes who are being performative about it. And you gotta weed through the two, because, like, it's like with women. Like, you know when you meet those women that are just like, oh yeah, women suck and, like, I only have, like, guy friends? That's, like, a red flag. Because it's like, why do you only have guy friends? And then if it's like, well, they're a tomboy, they like, traditionally masculine things, and you're like, oh, okay, fair enough. But then there's the ones that are, like, the really pick-me people who are just, like, trying to appeal to dudes, and it's like, why are you doing that? You do understand you don't need to do that, right? Like,
I never understand pick-me girls, because, like, here's the thing, right? And I'm going to say this with the utmost respect to anyone currently in chat, or to any possible person that listens to this. Why would you, a woman, automatically in my brain, like, and it might be just because
radiation hemorrhage, let's go. Sorry.
It might just be because I am a woman, but I think women are superior to men in every way.
I don't think that you actually genuinely believe that. I think you're just espousing misandry for the joke.
No, I fucking hate men, okay? There's 5. If the world was ending, I'm like, keep those 5. You're okay. I know personally, alright? I know a lot of men. I'd be like, you can keep those 5. All the other ones, you know, Because, like...
Yeah, but that's like everybody, where it's like, I could deal with these people and everybody else can go fuck themselves.
Yes, but do you know if they're like, okay, you can save you could save an endless amount of men and you can save an endless amount of women. I'd be like, well, I know 5 guys. That's fine.
Yeah, they make french fries.
I could maybe count 20 women, maybe 30, where I'm like, they're cool. They can stay. They can stick around.
I can't count that many on any side.
I might not like them personally. But anyway, I'm digressing because I'm getting sidetracked, right? Why would a woman, this being of beauty and a giver of life, all right? Why would a woman?
Oh man, I can't wait to have my comeback on this one.
Just make herself look like a fucking cock, like just a cocksucker derogatory for a man. It isn't even a catch, okay? Like, I could.
Because they have self-esteem issues.
Hey, lady, guess what?
Or they're a psychopath.
You know what? Get a cat, get therapy. Get a credit card with a $2,000 limit, go on a shopping spree, you're gonna feel 10 times better.
No, because a lot of these people don't want physical things. They don't want emotional satisfaction. A lot of these people are the female equivalent of, like, the men who, like, Andrew Tate themselves. They're there to manipulate people.
No, because picking girls don't even manipulate. They just want a boyfriend, and they want male attention.
Yeah, because they're wanting to be the center of attention. They're narcissists.
And it's like, men? Really? That's the attention you want? You want attention from the species that fucking...
You do understand, like, we're the same species, right?
I know we are, but from this...
You're having a real bad day. You're, like, extremely actually bad today.
That put their dick in an iguana and raped it to death, or a goat. Half the fucking STDs we got is because men put their dick in something they shouldn't have.
I mean...
You're willing to make yourself look like an idiot for that?
I mean, here's the thing, though. If we're gonna be throwing those stones, there's a reason why white woman horse, white woman dog is a joke.
Yeah, no, of course. There's always one-offs. It's just like...
It's not one-offs, man. I hate to tell you this.
It's like how I'm saying, like, not all rapists are men. 1 or 2% of them are also women. You know what I mean? It's that kind of thing. Like, of course, but the majority... Yeah, but not all rape cases of the men raping women are reported either.
No, but I'm just saying, the numbers are dramatically different because men don't report.
It's still a majority.
Majority doesn't mean anything, though, because it's still, like, you need to take into consideration that, again, it does work both ways. Just because one faction is being largely oppressed doesn't remove the fact that certain people within those groups are bad.
No, that's not what I'm
no, I know what you're saying. I'm just saying that it's reductive reasoning. Like, I get it. I know what you're talking about. I agree with Rachel on the bestiality stuff, though all those people should have been hanged. I mean, I don't disagree, but you also live in an area next to the Welsh. That's unfair to the Welsh, but it's like one of the only jokes that I know about the Welsh. There's also the one about the Russian Empress, but that is largely slander. Because I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that people just didn't want her to be in charge of a country. But, you know, they couldn't really legitimately find any grievance with her because she was actually doing well as opposed to her partner who was terrible. But I mean, welcome to monarchies. You run a 50-50 chance just genetically on whether or not your person is terrible or not. And if I'm remembering my Empress correct, I think that's also the one that got to meet the fucking French dragoon turned spy that was Deon de Beaumont. Because Deon is a really cool historical figure. I actively encourage more people to go read up about that person because, like, when they returned from their service to the Empire, to the French Empire, they met with the king, and the king was like, "What do you want? What's your boon that you seek for retirement?" Right? Like, what is it you want when you leave the service of the Empire? And Deon was just like, I just want to be regarded as a woman. And the king was like, alright, and just gave them a whole fucking wardrobe. And the only reason that they ended up being remembered poorly and treated otherwise was because after the service to the French, they went to Britain. And then the fall of the the fall of the French happened. So they were like, "Oh, the monarchy doesn't exist anymore, so nobody is gonna fund my pension." Because normally they would have had government funding for their pension, right? But now they were stuck as like a trans woman in olden times in Britain, which isn't good right now with that, so, you know. Also, the one that you're thinking of was Elizabeth Bathory, which is 50-50. People don't know whether or not the vampire bathing in blood allegations are real or not. Vlad the Impaler impaling people was because he was, like, one, extremely religious, but two, like, extremely abused as a youth. And he decided to express that abuse by taking it out against the people that were attempting to conquer his country. Whereas Elizabeth Bathory was, like, a woman left in charge of a castle who didn't get along with the people that she was around. And they were just like, hey, you gotta stay in here because otherwise, like, criminal shit. And so they might have just made up the vampirism shit. But arguably, it's one of those things where, like, people tried to paint her as a bad person, but it made her just cooler. Because, like, it probably didn't happen, but it definitely makes you seem radical. need to out these psychopaths, raising more psychopaths. The problem is that the society seems to be always built in a way that allows for people who are willing to be exploitative to work better. And I say this, like, as a person who went to a psychologist and they were like, yeah, you're probably, like, a borderline psychopath. But, like, you're cognitively aware of it, so, you know? But, like, if you replace monarchy, you just get corporatism. If you replace corporatism with communism, you just get people manipulating the cult of personality surrounding it, right? Thank you, Misty. And you're convalescing? It sucks that you're feeling sick, but I was feeling kind of gross yesterday. Honestly, I'm feeling gross now. Did it seem like you needed the antibiotics, or like... You know... Also, I don't think that we're ever going to get to a point where straight cannibalism is okay. Only because of the health restrictions, honestly. Like, there are a ton of cultures that have practiced cannibalism throughout the years to some varying degrees. But, like... I don't think that we're ever going to normalize cannibalism. It's just from, like, a state of prion disease spreading, it's just not feasible. But also, I say this looking at the United States currently and go, like, well, maybe. Like, Britain's not doing too hot either. But, like, the US is the one that's, like, really anti-science right now, so... Like, who knows, maybe eventually they'll be weird enough to believe that anything is okay like that, but... I don't know, people hosting COVID parties was like, what the hell are you doing, man? I'm a badly folded protein, time to kill you. Yeah. That's basically what it is. Again, I know I've talked about it before on stream, but I don't know if I brought it up to you specifically or not. But I feel like you would be fascinated by how secular fucking Quebec is. Like, from the fact that Quebec is, like... all of its swear words in French are related to, like, the Catholic Church. So, like, their equivalent of fuck is just tabernacle, right? But, like, within the last couple of months, they also have been trying to ban, like, full face covering, like, Islamic attire. But before that, they banned crosses on any sort of outfits that you might wear in a position of government. So, like, they're swinging across the fucking board, man. Like, it's not even just Islamophobia, it's just straight up, like, get fucked religion. It's crazy. Like, it's to the point where I'm even like, that's kind of intense, man. And, like, I'm not an especially religious person, but, like, what? Like, how are you just straight banning, like, a little crucifix necklace kind of thing? Because, a lady in government one time... who was, like, presiding over a trial, wore a crucifix necklace, and they were like, that's just not okay. Well, it's not the American dream because I'm Canadian, so they don't care about that. But it is kind of crazy to just be like, hey, these, like, religious articles of clothing are not permissible within, positions of government. Like, it's a perfect evidence of, like, how French Quebec actually is. Because France also has a lot of stuff like this where they try to ban, like, a lot of weirdly religious things. Just outright. And it's, like, the fact that Quebec is doing the same, but, like, more intense is wild. I've just never seen such a strong proponents of secularism to such an extent where it's like, you can't wear religious paraphernalia in a governmental setting. Like, I don't even think that's necessarily good or bad. I'm just saying I think it's maybe a little intense. If the French were going to bring back the Inquisition, it would be like the Warhammer equivalent from before the religious enshrinement of the belief of the Imperium. It would be like during the Crusades, ironically enough, given that the name implies religion, but the Emperor didn't believe in religion. It would be like when he sent dudes in to be like, no, cut that shit out. Like, if Quebec started doing that shit, they just would be like, no, don't care, get rid of it, all of it. The one time that Christians can actually claim genuine persecution. In Canada. Other countries, maybe you're more oppressed, like in, you know, parts of the Middle East or something like that. But, like, in Canada, the majority of the population still identifies as, like, some form of vaguely Christian ethnotype, right? But, like, yeah, no, it turns out if you go to Quebec, it's the one place they actually oppress you. It's really interesting. Okay, this run is struggling here a little. Jesus. Noid, how's Shepard? Depressed. Like the rest of us, basically. Everyone's having a real hard time. Like, every single person I know is having, like, a really bad couple of days. For one reason or another, you know? Like, especially the Americans right now. It's not super great, you know? Grandmother passed away and had to go to a funeral 2 days before Christmas. That's rough, buddy. That sucks. My grandma died when I was in high school. I think I was the only dude at the funeral that didn't cry. And everybody kept coming up to me being like, it's okay, man, you can cry, you can let it out, you can cry. And I was just like, I like my grandma a lot, I don't feel like crying, man. Same, but Grandpa was in 4th grade. That's probably a lot rougher, I think. I hate to say it, but it's true. But, like, by that point in my life, I was extremely depressingly jaded already. So it just kind of was like, I don't really care, you know? Like, I cared in that, like, I liked her, but by that point, I was just like, whatever. Grandfather passed away a week before Christmas. That sucks. Completely cut off my family, too. Will not go into detail, but basically that woman was my... I get that. I haven't seen most of my family since my grandmother died. I've seen my cousin and my aunt once, and my uncle currently lives with us. But other than that, the rest of the family, I haven't seen them since my grandma died. Because I just don't really care. Like, I know that's not good. That's not, like, a really great thing to say. But, you know. Like, what else? What else can I say, man? Like, I understand that my kind of apathy might be a little bit less good. But I've always struggled with the being close to people thing. Including family. Why does your uncle live with you? Circumstances? I'm not gonna really go into that too deep. It's not my business, you know? But yeah, it's like, it's my mom, my uncle, and myself. Visit great-grandmother's, excuse me, grave. Wreaths, etc. for the grand there. Never even got to ask if I like to make one. Huh. Just weird behavior. Families are weird, man. It sounds really stupid, like, as an adult human being to be like, I'll never get it, but, like, I genuinely don't think I'll ever get it. Like, immediate family I get, like a child, like your offspring, right? Or, like, a parent, but, like, once you start branching out from there, my brain has, like, a really hard time treating it like it's this thing that I should be latching onto. It's kind of like when you have a friend, and then they have a friend, and they want to hang out all together, and you're just like, but I don't know that guy. Not a great way to think about it, but that's just how my brain parses it. Need to reach his age of 103, like, sir, I don't think we have that DLC. Fucking 103? Jesus Christ. Okay, so that tells me these people are already gathering. Let's see how well we can do with this with just random folks. Not great, honestly. But okay. Let's rearrange this. I just want to try and fiddle. I'm sure this won't be stupid. I'm sure this will be completely reasonable. Okay, never mind. We could make that work, I think. We could use this to maybe just farm big monies. Because that's one of the few achievements that I have left to get. It's like, gold miner, mine 1,000 gold. We're almost there. Boulder breaker, collect 100 stone. Don't know about that one. And then I have to do the cogitator stuff. I have to do... Apparently I haven't done everything with shield breaker? I thought I did. And then I had to do fucking radical. Ugh. Ugh. Fucking radical. How many more do I have to do with this guy? Is it just the one? We'll just tank out the one last one, and that will be the video. Radical, dude. Exactly. For some reason, Radical is higher than 4 other characters for completion. Yeah, do you know why? Because you don't have to do anything. People were throwing that shit on and then going and watching like an episode of Dexter. Also, to return to the topic of grandparents and death. My grandmother died of cirrhosis of the liver, which is like me sitting there and just being like, I guess I will never ever drink, not that I ever had the prerogative to in the first place, because I fear the loss of agency in self. And the one thing that I know that alcohol does is it makes your brain go all wobbly. And then I found out that it's like, oh yeah, your family also has a propensity to just die from it poisoning them. And then I chose to not be poisoned by it. Instead, I'm just fat, which is also poisoning it. So I'm still fucked either way. That's the real kicker. Also the small genetic possibility that my heart might literally explode. But so far, they don't seem to think that I have that. I mean, a lot of the time, if a person has been with somebody for a really long period of time, and then they die on them, it is not unlikely for them to pass away not long afterwards. The like, dying of a broken heart thing is real. It's just, like, it's a bit of a poetic way to put it, but it does seem to be, like, you just become markedly more unwell after these situations. Which would make sense. You shut down because of the loss? Exactly. Maybe when we do the next guy, we'll, like, open up Balatro and play Balatro at the same time or something. Just start, like, a brand new file of Balatro, and, like, the first 4 episodes are just of another thing running in the background the whole time. I think that could be pretty funny, if nothing else. Play Uma Musume? We could do that too. I'd have to reinstall it. I did uninstall the Uma Musumers because I did stop playing enough that I didn't get enough return on investment to be able to buy new Umas. And thus, I just, like, didn't get any of them that are out now and are, like, important. It is the year of the horse. Apparently, if you've been playing Final Fantasy XIV for 12 years, and you meet the horse guy from the previous New Year's event, then he'll be like, "Oh, I recognize you. I was here last time." And it was like, "Oh, it's the same guy." Man, that game needs to move time forward. I've seen Endwalker era Alphino and Alisaie. They need to become tall, man. They need to just bite the bullet one day and be like, tall Ellison. Telazin, if you will. That's probably, it's probably like a, what do you call it, like a Lalafell name? Given that there was, like, Teleji Adeleji. No giraffes? I mean, why not? I think the world would be able to respect giraffes, you know? That's an interesting combo. These are some weird builds we're getting out of this.
I did pressure order a cake to be delivered at 10:30. Sure did.
I'm sorry?
I Grubhubbed cake.
You Grubhubbed a cake?
Yep.
What kind of cake?
Just vanilla. All I had.
Why?
I'm sad.
Why
I
not?
don't think I'm sad. I just have like a fuck ton of emotions going on right now and I can't regulate them, so I said fuck it and I got food.
Lexapro not helping?
It is, but when there's too much emotions, the Lexapro's not gonna fucking do anything.
I figured it helps in the regulation because emotion is chemical.
I don't know. If I get too worked up, the Lexapro doesn't really do anything.
Is Rachel sharing? Probably not, no.
No, slightly fuck off.
Kira
It's
says
a tiny
me
cake.
too to both the cake and being sad.
Kira. I'm sorry that you're sad, Kira.
I think that this is just kind of part of being alive currently. It's okay, I got my own cake, though.
Wait, who asked me to share? Was it Kira?
No, it was Desmond.
Oh. I'd share with Kira.
You can share a slice of cake to each other, back and forth forever. Well, at least until the cake runs out. Desmond just ouch. Mail a cake through the postal service.
I mean, yeah, I can. I don't know how good it would be. It's also just a Wegmans cake, so it's nothing fancy.
I used to have to take calls for this one company that was like an upscale New York food company. I don't want to say too much for fear of doxing this company, so to speak. But like, holy fuck, was one of the most annoying thing that I ever had to deal with. Like, retired Jewish New York people who had moved to a different part of the country, but still really wanted their food from this particular place. And would be like, what the fuck do you mean that if you put the order in now, I'm not gonna get it until 7 days from now? Well, you see, you're ordering it over a holiday. And not only is it going to be delayed due to the holidays, the people are also not in currently, so the store is also not in operation at the moment. And then just getting, like, chewed out by, like, an 82-year-old Jewish woman that sounds like a stereotype from a television show. And it's like, buddy, I'm not making the rules here. You're calling at, like, 11:30 at night. Also that they can get some shitty cake. Like, that I guarantee was not worth the price that they were paying for it.
Never is.
I think that there's reasonable prices you can pay for cake. But if you're getting some fancy cake shipped to you and it's gonna cost you an arm and a leg, that shit's not worth it, man. Just get a fresh cake. Would love an ice cream cake, but not a great idea when sick. Is that true? Is there a reason for that? Like, would the sugar not... Like, would it be feeding, like, an infection for some reason?
Or probably ice cream cold, I don't know.
See, if my throat was hurting, I'd want the cold. Apparently you've been sent what you got by, Kira.
Huh?
It's in the food chat in Discord.
Oh.
Those don't look bad. I'd eat them. Cheesecake, right?
Thank you for sharing, Kira.
I should learn to make cheesecake.
Cheesecake's really easy, it just depends. Are you gonna do a baked cheesecake or a no-bake cheesecake?
I'd probably do baked.
You need to get a specific pan for it.
But I'd also be the type of crazy person that's like, I'm gonna make the crust, and people would be like, why? Just buy it.
No, never buy the crust. The bought crust are disgusting. Make your crust. It's literally 2 ingredients. It's graham cracker and butter.
Honestly, I could make the thickest crust for it and just be happy because, like, I think the crust is one of the best parts. It's really easy. I mean, everybody says that.
You just have to get the weird pan that has the little buckle on the side, and you unbuckle it, and then it opens.
I know what you mean, but I'm just imagining it being like a person doing up a leather belt. My mother said not to eat sweets when sick unless it's sorbet. I think that this might just be a your mother thing. That's pretty funny, though. I don't even 100% disagree. It's just really funny. I do like sorbet,
My
though.
fucking eyes, dude.
Having an allergic moment?
No, my vision's blurry as fuck.
I think you need to, like, actually wear glasses more. Are you a far away, are you a near, or are you
One
a little
eye's
bit
far,
of both?
one eye's close.
Okay, yeah, you should probably be wearing something a little bit of the time. Because that might actually be affecting your vision. Have you also had water today is a good question.
Sure have. Metric fuck ton of it.
Get some electrolytes in you. Also a possibility. Yeah, we're getting closer. I think I might have to pull the people off of, farming duty on these things. Damn. Only 90 money. What a shame.